When you're a black woman at work, if you feel the slightest microaggression about your appearance, do not let that shit slide.
Please never, ever, ever dilute yourself in the workforce.
I was wrongfully terminated by this company yesterday solely because of my hair.
But having locks in the corporate world is very intimidating. Now, I don't care how good your hair is laid. I don't care how good your retwists look. It's intimidating and it's low-key irritating.
There's 27 states in the US that don't give a fuck if we get fired, get denied graduation for simply having our natural hair out, and of course they don't. You can't tell somebody to wear their natural hair and then ignore over 200 years of being told not to. Those don't go together.
They want to come up with their hair blue and have to wear it. Let them come with their hair blue. Why let them live? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Bro, they lied to you though. They lied to you.
Nah, it's a protective style, so they don't gotta switch it out. You know what I'm saying? So it's sometimes do it to protect their hair.
Before we get into that, let's go over the most basic claim. It's just hair. People can wear whatever they want. Technically, that is true, but this concept of black hair exists in a world, in a history of who got punished for it first. Let's say that universal standard worked for everybody. Why are black people still being denied graduation? Why are black people still getting fired?
So people have actually been talking to me about like your hair, and it's been a little distracting, so yeah.
Okay, what way has my hair been distracting?
During meetings when people are sitting behind you, like they've said that they can't really see. I love your hair so much, I think it's so beautiful, but I think if we could like maybe tame it a little bit or like push it down a little bit just for like a compromise, that would be so perfect.
Not really sure like how to move forward working at the company.
Oh, no, this is nothing personal. It's just business.
Now this is why you think your locks are unprofessional. You love your hair, you spent years growing it, but the moment it's time to get a job, your view on your locks changes completely. Now, you're looking in the mirror wondering if they're going to hinder your chances. But that thought isn't your fault. We've been conditioned to believe that in order to move up, you have to change completely. The corporate world calls it professionalism. You see, professionalism has never been a neutral standard. Historically, the standard of success was built around a Eurocentric look. Anything else was labelled unkept to justify keeping us out. That's why you're told if you want to be taken seriously, you need to cut your hair. We've been programmed to treat our hair as something we have to fix to be accepted. We think that if we make our hair tamer, we'll be viewed as safer in these rooms. And this isn't just in your head. A lot of black women feel like their hair is affected whether they even get a chance, like getting an interview in the first place. And if you've got locks or coily textures, you're more likely to deal with those little workplace comments that make you feel like you don't fully belong. The idea that your locks are unprofessional is an internalized misconception. It's a way to make you conform, to stop workplaces treating your hair like it's a problem. That's why laws like the Crown Act exist, because the hair discrimination is real and it shouldn't be allowed to decide your opportunities. So if you're ready to stop seeing your hair through their lens, just make sure you follow.
I have never in my life been turned down from a job because of my hair.
Honestly, I started my locks because I was too tired to do my hair every single morning. That's it. There's no spiritual awakening, no big statement, no rhyme or reason. I was just tired and I wanted something low maintenance so I could move on with my day. But somewhere in the past year or so, I started to notice something. The closer I get to entering professional environments, the more I feel this pressure around them. And I start to feel as though they might become a problem. And that feeling isn't coming from nowhere. Corporate America has spent decades telling black people that the way we naturally look isn't professional. Locks, braids, afros, and twists are all hairstyles that are deeply rooted in our culture, identity, and history, but have been deemed a liability in the workspace. And when you really think about it, it was never really about hair. It's about how willing you are to assimilate. It's the message that you're welcome here, but only the version of yourself that makes us comfortable. Only the version that looks like what we already recognize as professional. And if we're being honest, that was never made with us in mind. So yes, I wear freeform dreads, and I started them for the most practical reason you can imagine. But I've had to reckon with the fact that I may be perceived in a certain way before I even open my mouth. So yeah, if you're like me and you think your hair is unprofessional, maybe it's not. Maybe the standard is too narrow, and maybe the standard is the problem.
It's been 1 month since I wore my braids in the corporate office for the first time, and I'm still going strong. Yep, and there's still fire. But I just got my hair cut today, so it's looking really good today. So to give you an update, I get dirty looks sometimes. Yes, I do. And that's either inside the office or outside of the office. I get dirty looks. But that's okay. But I'm willing to, bear that consequence because I am going against culture norms, right? I am going against culture norms, but I think it's worth it because I think representation is important. So there's young people that I'm around all the time, and it's good for them to see a professional with hair like this and being able to, be in these spaces. I think it's important for them to see that because that will inspire them to get into these spaces, and then it will help the next person. And then the second part of this, I think it's important for me to, wear my hair this way because it kills the stigma that just because you wear your hair a certain way, that you are a certain way. So if I'm able to, pull some people up and to change minds of people that think that just because you wear braids or you wear longer hair, that you act a certain way or you are a certain way, I think that work is very important and it will speak volumes. So thank y'all for supporting and liking the video. Oh my goodness, there's so many people that shared and liked and comment, and thank y'all for everybody that had positive comments to say, and thank you to everybody that had negative comments to say. I think this is important, so thank y'all.
Tell me, do you always wear your hair like that?
Naturally, yes. Why?
It looks a little unkempt for a position like this. Have you ever straightened it?
I used to be very insecure about my hair, and I straightened it because I was bullied. But I don't feel comfortable changing my hair, and definitely not for a job.
I need to take a phone call. You think about this. I'll be back, okay?
Okay.
I'm sorry if I was you. You deserve better. It's hard.
Okay.
Glad I kind of had
I really appreciate it. Yeah.
Okay. Did you make a decision?
I just don't think I'm a good fit for the company.
I'm not going to get involved. I think she could do better. So I'm sorry.
What do you mean?
Asking someone to change their appearance is very unethical.
Just asking her to do one thing. I mean, she would do great at this job.
Then her appearance shouldn't matter. It's wrong.
I have two businesses, so she runs one of them, and I would hope that she would know hers too.
That whole ideology of respectability politics. So it's in order to seem as if you're doing work, you need to look as if you're doing work. Yeah. Or look as if you can get this work done. They're basically saying with black hair, that means that we can never be professional, essentially. Because it doesn't matter how you look. If you have anything more than that, then there's an expression that can be politicized, and then you're looking at it as if you're associating it with criminality and all sorts of stigmas around hair.
Despite black women in the 1700s being free, having property, businesses, money, all that, hair became one thing that colonialism felt like they could control and manipulate. This ongoing argument about black women wearing wigs, straightening their hair, y'all are getting identity and preference mixed up badly. Let's say all black women did straighten their hair and wear weaves, which we know all of them don't. How can you treat every individual choice as proof of the same internalized message when you don't even know what that person's circumstances are? Cancer, alopecia, postpartum. Y'all keep spitting out the same bullshit rhetoric that everybody who wears straight hair wants to be white.
Wearing straight hair, cultural appropriation?
Yes.
So white people's culture is straight hair? No, let me cook. It's white people, let me cook.
Other races, it's not your culture though.
Say that again?
It's not your culture.
What's not culture?
Straight hair.
It's straight hair? That's what culture is? Straight hair?
You guys are getting it from other people though. It doesn't matter.
What from other people?
The straight hair.
So straight hair is the culture?
You guys are trying to emulate another race.
How am I trying to emulate another race? I love being black. Anytime I wear straight hair, it's because I want to be black. It's not because I want to be white. I would never want to be white ever in my life, even if I wore straight hair.
Black women can't go to the hair store and ask for a pack of European. Black women can't go to the hair store and ask for a pack of 1B lights. It doesn't exist. I need y'all to understand. This is what puts black people in a position to have to justify what they're doing to their hair, and everybody else doesn't have to do that. Nobody's accusing white people of hating their heritage when they get braids or locks. It just doesn't happen. They get to wake up and comb that shit over and call it a day. Don't piss me off. Don't. But yes, let's make black women's hair the focal point. Fuck the lynchings, fuck the drownings, If you are part of that group that thinks black hair is ghetto, that's actual racism. Like, and if you're black saying it, you hate yourself. And to the oppressors, obviously, like, they want our hair. They've always wanted our hair. This is why you can go to work and Stephanie can put her hair in a ponytail and nobody bats an eye. Nobody gives a fuck. Then you got people, you know, trying to fire you, trying to keep you from graduating. For centuries, y'all have allowed the patriarchy to dictate how y'all show up and how y'all look and how y'all act. And y'all are mad because we don't give a fuck. When it comes to everybody else doing what the fuck they want with our hairstyles, y'all say it's not a big deal, it's just hair. I can go on and on about this shit, but let me know what y'all think. I love y'all. I'm almost at 300 subscribers. I want to start posting once a week and start working my way up to 2 to 3 times a week, but give me some, let me breathe, let nigga breathe, okay? I'll see you on the next one. Peace.